Hey guys, I wanted to give you a quick tutorial today of how we will be using Edmodo in our classroom. I know many of you may have used Edmodo in your classes before. I just want to show you the features that I tend to utilize most and things that you'll need to know throughout the course of the school year. So this is the home page, and if you already have an account, obviously you'll just sign in here. If you don't, you'll click on students, and then you'll use the group code that I provided to create your account, first name, last name, so on. Try to make your username something that would identify you as your name versus something kind of different. So once you sign in, this is what you'll see. And you'll have all of your classes listed down here on the left-hand column. Obviously, if you have more than one class that's using Edmodo this year, you just go to join a group, type in the group code there, and then all of your classes will populate over here in this column. And you can change the color of your classes so you can kind of distinguish them between each other. There's a couple features I want to talk about. The first thing is the most important thing, and that's when you click on our class, the element that I use most besides the wall is the folder section. So if you click on folders, you'll notice I already have a few folders in here now, and this will populate even more so as the year progresses. The very first folder is the most important one, and that is the calendar. Last year I did utilize the Edmodo planner. However, on the app, it's not very useful. It works on some and not others, and I want you all to be able to access the calendar because it's something I reference on a daily basis. So what I did is I went ahead and made a Google Calendar and then linked it here in the folder section. My advice to you would be to go ahead and go to the Google Calendar, bookmark it on your tablet, bookmark it on your phone, somewhere to where it's easy access, because it is something that I will reference. If you don't have either one of those options, you can always click on the calendar here, copy the link from the web address, and then save it to your backpack. And I only say this because the folders works here. What you're seeing is the web-based version. On the app, on the Apple phones and the Apple devices, the app seems to work nicely. On the Android devices, it's a little bit trickier. You can certainly get to the calendar, but again, it's not as easy. Go figure. So again, have that accessed by a bookmark or something so it's easy to get to. Okay, the next element I want to talk about is actually leaving messages for the class or for me. Obviously, you can ask me questions in class, leave me grade inquiry forms, write me a note here and there, but it's easier if you send me messages, especially with questions, digitally, so I have a record to remind myself. Remember, I'm older than you. My brain doesn't work as fast. So what I want to remind you of is the difference between leaving a message for the entire class and leaving a message for just me. When you click on type your note here, it defaults to send it to the entire class. Some cases, that's exactly what you want. You have a question about the homework, you missed instructions, something you know your peers can answer. By all means, please post it on the wall to the entire class. That being said, I don't want the wall to be populated with things that aren't applicable to our class. So this isn't Facebook, this isn't Twitter. I don't need to see, pictures of what you did today or memes and things like that. If it's applicable to what we're doing, certainly feel free to post it. But if I see some of you using it inappropriately, I will be talking to you about that. So again, post any messages to the class that you feel are appropriate for what we are learning and what is the topic at hand. Now, if you want to send a message to just me, again, type your note there, and then this drop-down menu right here, you can pull down and you'll be able to choose from multiple people, obviously not just these three options. So you would highlight my name, and then that note would just go between me and you, and the rest of the class would not be able to see it. Again, a great way to have two-way communication, and these do pop up on my cell phone. So that being said, please try not to send me messages at 1, 2, 3 in the morning, because I do like to sleep sometimes. The last feature I want to talk about really quickly is the account feature where you can set up text messages. So if you go up here to this drop-down menu under account and you click on settings, and then you go to email and text updates, you can actually make it to where if I post something on the wall, it'll actually text you on your phone. So you select text, put in your phone number, and then choose your carrier, and then you can decide which of these you'd like to have come straight to your phone via text message. I specifically just do direct messages and replies because I think those are the most important things. However, if you have unlimited text messages, feel free to put all these on there just so you are as informed as possible. Some of you do know that I also post a lot of messages on Twitter for the students. Anything I post on Twitter, I will also post on Edmodo, so there's not one that's favored over the other. Obviously, you'll have more resources here versus Twitter's just post about information. So again, if you have unlimited text messages, is something I would highly suggest you do. I certainly don't send out updates or direct messages late at night, or super early in the morning. So it certainly wouldn't be anything that would disrupt you if you leave your phone on overnight. So again, this is a functionality that is great to have. We are all super busy in our lives, and sometimes we let things slip our minds. So it's nice to have our phone be kind of our second hand and remind us of things that are going on. So other than that, again, we use Edmodo almost every single day in class. It's really important that you check it at least once a day and keep up to date with it. If you have any questions about the program, please let me know. Thanks, guys.